Hey yogis, it's Alisha. Good morning. We're going to get started in a few minutes, so just get your space ready, grab a couple blocks if you got them, and we'll start soon. All right, yogis, good morning. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated position. So go ahead and sit down, cross your legs, place your hands on top of your knees, or you could fold your hands into your lap, and then close your eyes. Start to pay attention to your breath. Feel the breath move in your body. As you inhale, feel the breath rise into your chest and shoulders, into your upper back, into your rib cage. As you exhale, visualize your breath sinking back down in your body, moving towards your hips, and your hips rooting into the earth. Feel free to shift into an Ujjayi breath if you'd like to, constricting your throat, breathing audibly. Give yourself just a couple more breaths here, clearing space in your mind. You can blink your eyes open and we'll cross the legs into Gomukhasana. So you're going to take your right knee on top of your left knee, bringing your heels beside your outer hips. It might feel nice to press down on your feet, lean forward a little bit more, get your knees closer together, and then sit back down onto your sitting bones. Now take your right hand behind you, just press those fingertips into the floor. And then as you exhale, twist to your right, using your left arm to press against the right knee. Now you can look over your right shoulder behind you. Take a few more breaths. Come back out of the twist, facing forward as you inhale. And now walk your hands out in front of you as you exhale and drop your head down. Relax your neck muscles and the muscles of your face. Slowly step your hands back in. Bring your hands behind you now as you lean back. You can give your legs a little shake and then cross your left knee on top. Coming into Gomukhasana again on the other side. Take your left fingertips behind you. Inhale. And the right hand over to the left knee as you exhale. Press against it. And roll that left shoulder back. Then look behind you. Inhale as you release out of the twist. And exhale as you walk your hands away. And drop your head down. Walk your hands back in. One more time. Place the hands behind you. Lean back. Give your legs a little shake. And then roll forward and onto your hands and knees. And we're going to come right into downward facing dog next. So you can curl your toes under and then straighten out your legs. Press your hips back. Start to move around and explore that first down dog. Bend your knees, bring your knees down onto the ground again, right into tabletop. And then inhale, draw your chest forward as you lift your head, lift your tailbone. Exhale, push down as if you're pushing the floor away from you. Dome in your back, chin to chest. Move back and forth with each breath, inhaling into cow pose. Exhaling back to cat pose. Inhale one more time, lift your head, lift your tailbone, cow pose. Now keep your hips right there. And as you exhale, walk your hands away. Bring your forehead down to the floor. into Anahatasana. So while you're here, keep spreading your fingers wide. Keep lifting your upper inner arms towards the ceiling so it feels like your arms are rotating away from your ears. Take 2 more breaths. Then lift your head, look forward at your hands. Set your forearms down on the ground and just slide forward onto your hips and your belly to come into Sphinx pose. Now think about pulling your elbows back towards your hips, lifting your chest a little bit higher as you continue to root down into the tops of your feet. Keep your legs strong. You can either keep your palms facing down or you could put your palms together in front of you in prayer position. Either way, curl your toes under, lift your hips up, find your forearm plank. We'll build a little bit of heat here in the core. So as you exhale, roll your heels to the right side, turning your toes to the left. And then inhale back onto your toes. And exhale, turn your heels to the left, turn your toes to the right. Back through center. Just a couple more times. Exhale, right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Good. Now we're going to come back to the right one more time. So inhale, center. Exhale, right. Hold here. Just press into your right arm. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling. And then look up at that left hand. Now take your left arm forward, reaching alongside your ear. A couple more breaths. And then exhale, bring your left forearm down, back onto your toes. Inhale. Exhale into Sphinx pose. Release down onto your belly. Sweep your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulder blades back. Let your heart shine forward. Lift your feet, lift your legs. Turn your inner thighs to the ceiling. Good. As you exhale, let that go. Set your hands on the floor beside you. We'll lift up into a small cobra pose. Hold it for a couple breaths, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears. And then as you exhale, let that go. Press all the way back to tabletop. Inhale. And then down to your heels, child's pose as you exhale. Feel free to move around, wiggle your hips side to side. Come back to hands and knees. Inhale, tuck your toes. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So from that down dog, now raise your right leg, lift it up into the sky, bend your right knee, and roll your hips over. Move your leg around any direction it wants to go. As you inhale, kick that leg straight. And as you exhale, take a big step up, right foot in between your hands. Set your left knee down on the mat. If you got blocks nearby, grab those. And then just lift your chest. So the same sort of feeling as cobra pose, lifting your chest and shoulder blades squeezing together. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, straighten your right leg. Press your hips back into half splits. And then moving with your breath rhythm, bend the knee and inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, straighten that leg and press back again. Do that 2 more times. Good, and last one here, press back into half splits, just stay a little longer, keep on breathing. Your next inhalation, bend the right knee and then tuck your left toes. And on that exhalation, step your left foot forward up to the front of your mat and into Uttanasana. We'll hang out here for a moment. You can do whatever feels nice with your arms, maybe catching hold of your elbows. Maybe wrapping your arms around your legs. Give yourself a hug. Sway side to side. You exhale, release your arms. inhale, stand up and sweep those arms overhead, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale, gather your hands in front of your heart center, mountain pose. Take another deep breath in, arms overhead as your feet press down. Now exhaling, fold forward, return to Uttanasana. Lift up halfway, inhale, flat back. Then exhale, put your hands down and step your feet back into plank. Hold your plank pose for a moment, lift your low belly, turn on your core strength. On your next breath, just bring your knees to the floor, and then bend your elbows, lower your chest and chin to the floor, and we'll slide right through into Sphinx pose again. So bring your forearms out in front of you. A couple breaths in Sphinx. Remember, you can keep your palms facing down or put your palms together. Heading into forearm plank next. Curl your toes. Lift your hips up. Start out by swiveling your heels to the left so your toes turn to the right side. And then inhale your way back to center. And exhale, right side. Keep it slow. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. So just one more time. Come back up and over to the left. Heels to the left. Bring the weight into your left forearm. Open up the right arm. Reach it towards the ceiling. And then look up at that right hand. Reach it a little bit higher. Take your right arm forward, reaching alongside your ear. Another couple breaths. And then exhale, right forearm comes back down. Roll back onto your toes. Inhale. Drop down gently to Sphinx pose. Exhale. Sweep your arms behind you. And this time, using the other thumb on top, interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulder blades back. Lift your feet, lift your legs. Turn your inner thighs to the ceiling a little bit more. Breathe. And release that, exhaling. Set your hands on the floor beside you. Lift up into your cobra pose. Again, maybe you stay low. Maybe you lift up a little bit higher. Keep pulling the heels of your hands back towards your hips. And as you exhale, bring yourself back down. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale all the way back to child's pose. Sit on your heels. Sway your hips side to side. Return to tabletop as you inhale and tuck your toes. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. So this time we'll lift the left leg, stretch it back, bend your left knee, hips roll open, move that left leg around. And then press the legs straight as you inhale, square off your hips. Take a big step forward, exhale, left foot in between your hands. Set the right knee down, catch your blocks if you got them. Lift your chest, lengthen the front body. Inhale. And stretch that left leg straight as you exhale, half splits. Keep flowing along with your breath. A few more times. Last one, we'll press back to half splits. Stay a little longer, keep breathing. Left ankle is flexed, you're pulling the left toes back towards you. Next inhalation, bend that left knee, curl the right toes. Exhale, big step forward, right foot up to the left foot, forward fold. And again, you can take whatever variation with your arms you like. Maybe sway side to side, maybe bend one knee and then the other. As you exhale, just let your arms drop. And as you inhale, stand up from there, sweep your arms overhead, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands together at heart center, mountain pose. Inhale, just reaching up. We'll flow straight through this time. As you exhale, fold forward and down, Uttanasana. Lift halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, put your palms on the ground. If you'd like to hop back to Chaturanga, go ahead, or step back into plank and then Chaturanga. And inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, right into Downward Facing Dog. Take about 5 breaths in that down dog. Keep lifting the upper inner arms, wrapping your triceps underneath you. Keep pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Next time you inhale, lift your heels up. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward at your hands. Step or hop your feet up. If you're going to hop, try to land lightly and quietly up near your hands. And then lift halfway, inhaling. And fold forward again, exhaling. Stand up, circle your arms around, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So one more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive back down. Lift, lengthen your spine as you press your thighs back. Now hands down, exhaling, step or hop your way to Chaturanga. Inhale, either Cobra or Up Dog. And exhale, right back to Down Dog. Take a little bit deeper breath in. And sigh that breath out. And lift your right leg behind you, stretch it back. As you exhale, step that right foot forward in between your hands. Set your left knee down, again back to low lunge. Take your arms all the way up, straight towards the ceiling, Anjaneyasana. Just pause here. Fingertips reaching higher and higher. Every time you inhale. And as you exhale, think of squeezing that right heel back towards you. One more breath in. And as you exhale, set your hands back down. Curl your left toes under. Lift your left knee. Keep your feet in place, but now straighten your right leg. Drop your head. Relaxing the muscles of your neck and your face. Maybe roll onto that right heel. Pull your right toes back towards you. As you inhale, bend the right knee. As you exhale, step your left foot up, front of the mat, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, stand up. Sweep your arms above you. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so we'll just take a tree pose here. Shift into your right foot. Right hand can be on your right hip. Pick up your left leg. Catch that left ankle and place the left foot against the right inner thigh. Give yourself a moment right there with your arms down by your sides. And then sweep your arms up overhead. Palms facing each other, or maybe the palms meet in the middle. If you'd like to, you can even interlace your fingers, point with your index fingers. And if you're feeling very steady, you can try closing your eyes. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, just a giant step back with that left foot, and your hands will come down at the same time. And slide the right leg back behind you. You could choose a regular plank or choose a one-leg plank and then come down into Chaturanga from there. Up into your back bend, Cobra or Up Dog. And exhale, return, Down Dog. All right, from Down Dog, lift the left leg. Inhale. Take a big step forward, left foot goes between your hands. Exhale. Set the right knee down. Arms overhead, Anjaneyasana. Feel this action of shoulders externally rotating, so the triceps are rolling forward. Shoulder blades are spreading out across your back. Again, you reach higher as you inhale. And then pull back with that left heel as you exhale. One more breath in. And then release your hands down to the floor or to blocks. Curl your right toes under, lift the right knee. Inhale, keep your feet in place, just straighten the left leg and then drop your head down. Maybe rolling onto the heel of that front foot. All right, slowly bend the left knee again as you inhale. Look forward and then exhale, step the right foot up into Uttanasana. Stand up from there, sweep your arms above you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into tree pose on the left side. Put your left hand on your left hip. Rock over to that left foot. Catch the right ankle. Place that foot onto your left inner thigh. Arms begin down by your sides. And now take it up. And reach towards the ceiling. Find whichever variation with your hands you like. Focus your gaze. Or try closing your eyes. Good, we'll take one more breath in. As you exhale, start to take that giant step back into your lunge. As your right foot comes down, your hands also come down. And then kick the left leg behind you. Either regular plank or one leg plank. Inhale, down the chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take another breath in. And then sigh that breath out. Adding on a little bit, kick your right leg behind you. Inhale. Take a big step up, right foot between your hands. Exhale. This time we'll keep the left leg straight, so left knee stays off the ground. Pull your feet towards each other. Then lift your hands up. Reach overhead into your crescent lunge. Triceps are rolling forward again. You're still externally rotating your shoulders. Shoulder blades are spreading out across your back. And let's add in our eagle arms. So reach your arms forward. Wrap the left arm underneath. Fold your forearms into each other. Press your fingertips up. Feel your spine lengthen. And then maintain that length. Then start to lean back. How much you lean back is up to you. It depends on how well you can breathe. Make sure you can keep on breathing as you tip back more and more. Good, now slowly release those arms. With an inhalation, reach them up. With the exhalation, take your hands down, framing the right foot, and then step forward on that right foot to standing splits. If you're working with blocks, you're always welcome to have blocks underneath your hands here. You don't need them, just hands on the floor or hands holding onto that right ankle. And then some of you might like to take this time to play with some handstand hops. So if that's you, plant your palms down, align your shoulders over your wrists, take that right foot and hop. Keep the left leg high and breathe. And whether you did a handstand or not, we're going to keep standing on that right foot. And when you're ready, bring your hands onto your hips. And just rise. Come straight into your tree pose now. So catch that left ankle and place it onto your right inner thigh. Arms down by your sides. And this time we'll interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest. And you can still try to challenge yourself by closing your eyes if you want to. Really nice, yogis. Keep your right foot planted where it is. Take that left foot and step it back. Almost as if you're going to step into a warrior one, but you're going to make your stance a little bit shorter than a regular warrior one. But you still have those left toes turned out to the side. Left foot planted firmly. Right leg is straight. Inhale there. And as you exhale, just drop forward over that right thigh. Bringing your nose towards your knee, knuckles towards the ceiling. A variation of pyramid pose, Parshvottanasana. Bending your knee is always allowed. Bend your knee if you need to.
One more breath here. As you exhale, release your hands. Set them down. We're going to set the right foot back, come into a down dog. And then from that down dog, rock forward into your plank. Inhale. Lower all the way to your belly as you exhale. Slide the forearms out in front of you. Set yourself up in Sphinx pose. Again, you choose which position of the hands you like, palms down or palms together. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Breathe here. All right, we're going to walk the feet forward. Lift your hips up in the air. Coming into a dolphin pose. Let your head drop down. Look back at your feet. You might just like to stay in dolphin pose if you're looking to add in some more inversions today. Let's try out forearm balance. So you'll take your right foot and just step it up a little bit closer, maybe a half step forward. Pick up the left leg, stretch it to the sky. That might be enough. You can stay right here and hold or look forward. Try to see your hands out in front of you. And keep that left leg high as you hop with the right foot. Hop as many times as you like. Breathe the whole time. Bring yourself back down whenever you need to rest. We'll take both feet to the floor and then bring the knees down. Sit your hips back onto your heels into child's pose. And sweep your arms back by your sides now, palms facing up, forehead down. Stretch your arms out in front of you again. Come right back to hands and knees. Inhale, tuck your toes. And exhale into your down dog. Let's keep flowing. Lift the left leg as you inhale. Take a big step up. Left foot goes between your hands. Exhale. Think of squeezing your feet towards each other. And lift your hands. Reach up overhead. Crescent lunge. Let your breath flow. And then we'll add in Garudasana arms. So reach forward. Right arm underneath now. Fold the forearms together. Remember that your leg strength is really important here. Squeeze your inner thighs into the midline. Then lift your elbows up. Start to lift your gaze up. Little by little. Deepen that back bend. Reach behind you, but make sure you can still breathe the whole time. Now begin to unwrap your arms. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, hands down, framing the left foot. Step forward on that left foot. Raise your right leg, standing splits. Keep your hips squared. Maybe try holding the left ankle. Maybe you root your palms down and take some handstand hops here. All these inversions are just optional, but they're fun, and I encourage you to try it out if you've got the space at home. And we'll keep standing on that left leg. Bring your hands up onto your hips now. Slowly rising. Come straight into your tree pose, right foot to left, inner thigh. Vrikshasana. Arms down by your sides. And then take your hands behind you, and with the other thumb on top, interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulder blades back, straight arms, lift your chest. Breathe. One more inhalation here. Exhale, right foot steps back. You're going into your pyramid pose. So just like a warrior one stance, but a little bit shorter. And that front leg is going to be straight now. Inhale. And as you exhale, come on down. Bring your nose towards your knee. Drop your head. Relax your neck. Keep squaring your hips. Outer left hip wrapping back behind you. One more breath. And then release your hands, drop your arms down. Step the left foot back into down dog. From that down dog, glide forward into plank. Inhale. Lower slowly to your belly. Exhale. Forearms out in front.
Sphinx pose for a moment. You're pulling your elbows back towards your hips. And then tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale to forearm plank. In that forearm plank, walk your feet in. Lift your hips up. Breathe. So you can stay in that dolphin pose, or again, if you want to add on, we'll take the left foot, move it up a little bit closer, half step forward, pick up the right leg, and then look forward at your hands. Try to keep looking forward, try to keep pushing the floor away from you. Use the left foot to hop. Maybe finding your balance, maybe just doing a few hops in a row. Whenever you're ready, we'll come back down to rest, no rush. Set the knees down, sit back on your heels, arms sweep back by your sides, then forehead down. Take your arms out in front of you. Again, back to tabletop. Tuck your toes and then straighten your legs into down dog. Now from there, reach your right leg back, inhaling. Just step your foot to the outside of your right hand, exhaling. Set your left knee down. Come back into a low lunge. If you have blocks at home, an option there is to have your left hand on top of a block. If you need a little bit more height or you need a little bit more reach here, we're going to reach the right arm back, bend the left knee, catch that left foot. So having the block under your hand makes it a bit easier. If you don't need it, don't use it. If you want to make the stretch deeper, come down onto your left forearm now. And also squeeze that heel closer to your hips for more intensity. Slow down your breathing. Take another 2 or 3 breaths here. And then gently release your back foot to the floor. Center that right foot between your hands. Curling the left toes under. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, step forward onto your right leg. Up into standing splits. So this time, just focus on the stretch in your hamstrings. You might wrap your right forearm behind your right calf. Use that grip to pull yourself in a little closer, and then lift that left heel a little bit higher. Okay, now start to bring both hands up onto your hips, slowly rising. Left leg out in front of you. We'll take that left foot up to tree pose. Arms by your sides. Take your arms above you now. And with your left hand, reach down your back. With your right hand, press on that left elbow so that your left hand can walk farther down your spine. And then take the right arm, circle it around, and reach up your back. See if your fingers can link together now. And a couple breaths here in tree pose. Okay, let's hang on to the arms that we have. Pick up the left foot, slowly step it back. Again, you're going to step into a pyramid pose stance. So like warrior one, but a little bit closer together. Inhale right where you are. Exhale, begin to lean forward, draping your torso over that right thigh. Reaching your left elbow out towards that right big toe. Another breath here. And then just gently release the left hand to the floor, or if you've got blocks, left hand on a block. Rotate to the right, roll the right shoulder back, and widen your collarbones, and then unwrap that right arm and reach it up.
Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. Some of you might like the feeling of stepping your left hand over to the outside of your right foot for just a little more rotation. And keep thinking about taking that right hip, pulling it back behind you as you reach up. Another breath or two. And then release. Right arm down. Fold forward over that right leg. Drop your head. Plant your palms. Slide the right foot back into downward facing dog. So this time from down dog, we're going to move into a seated position. We're actually going to move into Gomukhasana, which is where we started our practice today. But I like this transition of hopping into it from down dog. So if you've never done this before, you might just want to watch first. You're going to rise high onto the tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward like you're getting ready to hop up to your hands. Instead of hopping up to your hands, as your feet leave the floor, you'll cross your right knee on top of your left knee. And then set your feet down, and then set your hips down. So you're sitting down right in between your feet, right knee on top. If that didn't work out perfectly, hopping into it that way, it's okay. Just take a seat, cross your legs, right knee on top, Gomukhasana. And again, we will fold forward, crawling your hands out in front of you. Maybe your hips are feeling a little more spacious than when we started. All right, so I'm going to give you an option to transition out of this through another inversion. Doing lots of inversions today. If you're not in the mood for it, totally fine. If you're not doing this inversion, what I would recommend as a substitute is to come up, uncross your legs, take several breaths here in boat pose, work on some core strength. And then you'll step or hop your way back to a vinyasa. If you've got the energy for an inversion, we'll try out headstand from here. So you've got your legs crossed, you put your hands down, and then roll forward. So your hips come off the ground, roll over your knees, set your head down on the ground. You want to make sure you've got a nice triangle with your head in your hands. We'll curl the left toes under, lift the hips up off the floor, and then don't hop into it, but just pull your legs in with your core strength to come up. And if you are familiar with headstand, but maybe that version of it doesn't work out too well for you, come into headstand in your own way. You can hold that position with your legs a little longer or unwrap the legs in your headstand whenever you're ready. Now to come out of this, you could just lower your feet to the ground and then step back, or we could try a transition straight into chaturanga. So to do that, you hinge at your hips, lowering your feet to where you can see them, and then all at the same time, you're going to kick your feet back towards the back end of your mat and lift your head and look forward out in front of you. Ready, set, go. Keeping your core tight. And then flow right through cobra or up dog and back again into down dog. Whatever happens, make your way back to down dog, and we'll let it go with this next breath. Breathe in deeply. Exhale it out. Let it all go, and we start fresh on that left side. Lift your left leg as you inhale. Take a big step up. Left foot goes to the outside of your left hand. Exhale. Release your right knee to the ground. If you know blocks are helpful, get a block underneath your right hand. Otherwise, just root into that right palm, bend the right knee. Reach for your right foot with your left hand, squeezing the heel in towards the hips. Maybe sinking down onto your right forearm. And slow down your breath. All right, go slowly release your right foot and bring the left foot between your hands. Curling the right toes under, inhale, lift your right knee off the floor. Exhale, step forward onto the left foot, standing splits. Right leg goes high, but you're keeping your hips square. And then try to deepen the stretch in your hamstrings. Maybe you accomplish that by wrapping your left forearm behind your calf, pulling yourself in. So now we'll take the hands onto the hips, press that left foot down more deeply, stand up slowly, rising into Vrikshasana, tree pose. Catch the right foot, place it on the inner thigh. Arms down by your sides, breathe. Take both arms up. And now walk your right hand down your back. Press on that elbow with your left hand. Walk your fingers down your spine. Take the left arm, circle it around. Walk up your back. Try to link your fingers together. Keep breathing. And now one more breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot behind you into your pyramid pose. Feet remain hips width apart. Left leg straight, inhale. Now lean forward, reaching that right elbow out and then down. As you exhale, folding deeper. And then we'll take the right hand to the floor. And then roll that left shoulder open, twisting to the left. And finally unwrap your left arm and reach it up to the ceiling. Remember that your other option here is to move your right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. But then really keep focusing on drawing your outer left hip back behind you as you reach up with the left hand and widen your collarbones. One more breath in. Exhale, release, left arm down, folding forward into your pyramid pose. Now plant your palms and just slide that left foot back, stepping into down dog. So we're going to try that hop transition again into Gomukhasana. Give it your best shot. We first lift the heels up, bend the knees, look forward. When you hop, while your feet are up in the air, you're trying to get your left knee on top of your right knee. So hop, cross the legs, and then the feet come down first, and then your hips come down right between your feet. So again, left knee is on top, Gomukhasana. When you're ready, walk your hands away, fold forward, drop your head down. So again, as we prepare to get out of here, you've got your options. One option is to lean back, uncross your legs, come into Navasana, boat pose. Hold steady for a few breaths. Or from your Gomukhasana, roll forward, hands down, head down, making a nice triangle. So you don't want your hands too close to your head or on either side of your head. You want them walked back here where you can see them. Your elbows are at 90 degrees and your triceps are flat or parallel to the ground. And then using your core strength to come up rather than hopping up. You might hold your legs in that crossed position, or you might uncross them. Stay as long as you like, upside down. When you're ready to get out of it, and try your transition back to Chaturanga again. So you're just hinging at your hip crease. The legs stay straight, but the feet start to lower towards the floor. Elbows continue to tuck in towards midline, and then all in one motion, feet kick back as your head comes up and you look forward. Chaturanga. Inhale to the back bend. And exhale to your down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Sigh that breath out. All right, yogis, moving on now into pigeon pose. Raise your right leg, stretch it back. Inhale. Bring the leg forward into pigeon as you exhale. And as always, if pigeon is not a comfortable place for you to be, flip yourself around, lie on your back, take a figure 4 stretch here with your right ankle in front of your left thigh. If you're happy here in pigeon pose, let's stay. Walk down onto the forearms. Keep your left forearm on the floor and then take your right hand, press it into your right knee. And as you push down, you can rotate to the right. Let your right shoulder roll back. Now maybe that's enough and you stay right here. Or another option, you can hold your right knee with your left hand and then wrap the right arm behind your back and maybe grab hold of that right heel with your right hand. That creates a really nice twist. Another couple breaths. You could untwist and then just fold forward, or you can bend your left knee, catch the left foot with the right hand, and then still holding the foot, bring your forehead down to the ground. All right, go slowly. If you are holding the left foot, we'll let it go. Prop yourself up on your forearms. We're going to move out of here into a side forearm plank. So curl your left toes, lift your left knee, step the right foot back, feet come together, and then roll your heels to the left. And shift your weight into that left arm and reach the right arm up. Now this is your choice. You can hold right here. You could slide the right foot up to the left inner thigh, make it like a tree pose. You might even reach down, catch that right big toe, and press your right heel up to the ceiling. Another breath or two, any of those side planks. Gently come back down, bring the right forearm down. Inhale, exhale, knees down, hips down, back to Sphinx pose. And then swing your arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Returning to our locust pose, Shalabhasana. Shine your heart forward, lift your feet and your legs. You want to stay in locust pose? Stay here. If you want to add on, bend your knees. Release your hands, catch the feet, and then kick your feet into your hands, lift up. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Exhale to gently let that go. Set your hands beside you. Lift up, cobra, up dog, inhale. Pull your hips back, down dog as you exhale. All right, pigeon pose. Again, lift your left leg up. Slide the left leg forward. We're not doing pigeon, doing figure 4. Come down, closer to the ground. And then we'll keep that right forearm there in front of you. And just set your left hand on top of your left knee and then push into the knee. Start to rotate towards the left. Maybe you stay with that version of the twist, or take your right hand and hold that left knee. And then wrap your left arm behind your back. And maybe wiggle your hand in there, grab hold of your left heel. Take a few more breaths in the twist. And either untwisting and just folding forward, or you can now bend your right knee and slide the left hand back and catch the right foot. Squeeze your heel in towards your hips. And then maybe fold forward, holding on to that foot. Alright, slowly release the back foot if you had it. Prop yourself up on your forearms. One more side plank. Curl your back toes under, lift that right knee. Slide the left foot back, feet together. Roll your heels to the right. Shift into your right arm. Open the left arm. You can hold it here, or you can try bringing the left foot up into tree pose, or catch the left big toe, press your heel away. Breathe. With an exhalation, bring it back down. Left forearm to the floor. Forearm plank. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, release onto your belly. Sphinx pose. And then slide the arms behind you. Opposite thumb on top, fingers interlace. Lift yourself up, locust pose. Lift your feet, lift your legs. Hold it here, or reach back as you bend your knees. Catch your feet. Maybe this time flip your grip around, grab from the inside of your feet so the palms face out, and then kick back, lifting up. And exhale, let it go. Hands on the floor beside you. Pick yourself up one more time, cobra, up dog, all the way back down to down dog. Exhale. Deeper breath in. Sigh that breath out. And then just take a seat. Sitting down on your heels. And sit upright, Vajrasana. Hands can rest on top of your thighs. Maybe fold one hand over the other. Close your eyes. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. All right, take a seat on the ground. Kick your legs out in front of you. And let's just take a wide leg forward fold. We haven't done much of the inner thighs yet. Kick your feet away. Stretch your legs straight. Ankles flexed. Before we fold forward, reach your right hand to your right toes. Take the left arm up and over. Quick little side body stretch. And then back through center. Take your left hand to your left toes. Right arm up and over. Okay, back through center. Both hands in front of you as you inhale. And then curl your hands away as you exhale. And relax your neck. Relax the muscles in your face. If you've got blocks at home, now might be a nice time to set a block down underneath your forehead. Gently walk your hands back in, sitting upright. Take your time, grab the backs of your knees, gently slide the feet in. Pull your legs towards you. And then roll right down onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest and rock side to side.
We already did a little bit of back bending with the bow pose. If you feel like that was enough for you, let's land in Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, the knees wide. If you still want some back bending though, before you wrap up, you could press into your feet here, lift your hips, come into a bridge pose, or even come up into a wheel pose. We'll take about 5 breaths, at least, maybe a little longer, to explore one of those poses. Whenever you feel the need to come back down to it slowly, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. If you've just taken a back bend, you can windshield wipe your legs side to side. And then we'll bring the knees back together for one final twist. Stretch your arms open. Wrap your right leg on top of the left. Hips move over to the right a little. Inhale. Tip your legs to the left. As you exhale, turn your head to the right. Good, come back through center again. Uncross and then cross your legs the other way, left knee on top. Move your hips towards the left as you inhale. Tip your knees over to the right side. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Come on back to center and uncross your legs. Give your legs one more squeeze. You can just hold here as you rock side to side or grab hold of your feet. Find a happy baby pose. If there's anything different you like to add into the end of your practice, do it now. Take your own final poses. When you're ready, you can drop into Shavasana, extending your legs out. I like to give my legs a little shake first, and then just sink right into stillness. Close your eyes. Focus all of your attention on your breath. have more time at home to stay longer in Shavasana, I encourage you to stay here a little longer. If you only have an hour today, let's begin to bring ourselves back. Slightly deeper breath in, and let that breath go. And gradually reawaken your body. You might like to stay on your back as you extend your arms overhead, stretch out from toes to fingertips. And then any way you want to get there, come back into a comfortable seated position. And here, fold your hands together in front of your heart center into Anjali Mudra, saying a big thank you to yourself for making the time to get on your mat to practice yoga today. Instead of counting the number of times you successfully did an inversion or how well you did any of the poses today, just focus on how you feel. And if you feel a little bit more spacious, a little more content, a little more connected to yourself, then that's good. That's all we want. I thank each of you for sharing in this practice today and for allowing me to guide you. Namaste. All right, thank you so much, yogis. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back with you next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. And if you would like to leave a donation for any of these practices with me, my Venmo information is in the description under this video. Hope you have a wonderful day.